guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to another video. So in this video we do have some pretty interesting Nintendo Switch 2 news to talk about. It seems that we're getting some big DLC for Animal Crossing New Horizons, so we're going to talk about everything you need to know about the new update for Animal Crossing New Horizons, including details, price, timing, dates, all of that good stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. It helps the video reach more viewers when you do. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's get on to the topics. So over on Nintendo Life, they have an article that says everything included in the Animal Crossing New Horizons Nintendo Switch 2 Edition and free 3.0 update. Animal Crossing New Horizons Nintendo Switch 2 Edition and the accompanying version 3.0 update arrives on 15th January 2026, and there's a lot packed into them. So it is coming on January 15th if you guys were wondering when exactly we're going to be getting these new updates. Now as far as the resolution and frame rate goes, according to Nintendo Life, they say perhaps the lowest hanging fruit of the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. The Switch 2 version boasts 4K resolution in TV mode so you can see your avatar and villagers more clearly. They also state that the frame rate is gonna be 30 FPS, but it's gonna be a little bit more consistent than the Nintendo Switch 1 version. Now whether or not they're gonna be adding mouse controls to this, they say mouse mode integration makes it easier to change furniture layout, make custom designs, and write messages on the bulletin board. So they are adding mouse control. I'd be curious if you can actually control your character with the mouse as well. That would be actually pretty great in my opinion if they add that in too. Now the next addition is a megaphone. This is what they had to say about that. This all new item can be found in Nook's Cranny using the Switch 2 built-in microphone. It allows you to call out to your villagers by name and easily track them down around your island, which is actually kind of cool. In the new free update, they're also going to be adding some expanded online features, which are these right on your screen right now. Nintendo Life says the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition allows up to 12 players to play together at once, up to 8 on Switch 1, and assuming they all own the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. And of course, you can talk to each other via game chat and the Switch 2 camera. Now that is just the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition of the stuff. There's also more, including the Resort Hotel. This is what they had to say. Now then, on to version 3.0 breakdown itself, which includes all versions of the game. So not just the Nintendo Switch 1, but Nintendo Switch 2. So the stuff going forward, you Nintendo Switch 1 owners are also going to be able to get. Now they also are adding a new hotel, which is a whole new mode it seems. Well, not exactly a mode, but it's a new addition to the game. So NintendoLife.com says the Captain Family Hotel is open for business. You'll help them bring in new guests by decorating rooms based on various themes, dressing up mannequins, and more. Scanning Animal Crossing amiibos will also allow you to invite specific guests to stay. Decorating rooms will earn you hotel tickets, which can be exchanged for exclusive items in the souvenir shop. You can also build specific pieces of furniture requested by Tom Nook in exchange for tickets, so there are a couple ways to rack up the rewards. The next addition is expanded home storage, which you're seeing on your screen right now. The previous 5,000 item limit has been lifted, and you'll be able to beef up your collection to a whopping 9,000 items instead. You can even stick trees, shrubs, and all other kinds of greenery in the storage. And here's another really cool thing. This is a really, man, I missed this character. So they say Resetti returns. Series regular Sonny Resetti was notably absent from New Horizons at launch, bar over the phone of course, but he's back in update 3.0. Resetti offers a reset service which can be used to clean up specific areas of the island so you don't have to go about picking everything up yourself. This is probably one of my favorite characters from Animal Crossing of all time. I just have a lot of memories back on the GameCube when I would reset the GameCube and then boot it back up and I forgot to save and he would just come out and get very angry. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. Slumber Island, that's a new addition. Taking a deep sleep will transport you to Luna's new dream world, a fresh island that you can decorate as you please with all your items. And the next part is actually pretty cool. They say you have a full control over Slumber Island where you can add bridges, inclines, set the time of day and weather, and invite any of your island residents. You'll be able to build up to 3 Slumber Islands, small, medium, and large, and you can even visit a friend's setup and assist with the building works or decorations. See, that's another thing that I really like about this part specifically is because when it comes to multiplayer in Animal Crossing New Horizons, I kind of felt like it lacked that multiplayer collaboration. So I think this is actually a pretty cool way to have fun with your friends, build your own, I guess, town sort of. And the plus side here is it's a free update. So let's say you sold your Nintendo Switch 1 for the Nintendo Switch 2, or at least pay for some of it, but you have a friend that's still on Nintendo Switch 1. You can still play this mode together and it's multiplayer centric, which is really fantastic in my personal opinion. And here's a really cool thing. This is something I am very, very excited for. So collaborations. By increasing your island's brand recognition via the hotel, the souvenir shop will start to stock items from various collaborations. First up, we have the special Nintendo crossover items, which includes retro systems, toys, and accessories. Now, you guys, people who are on the GameCube, you remember the retro systems. I haven't looked into this at all, so I don't know much about it right now. This is my first time reading this, so I don't know if it's like full on from the GameCube, or is it actually just something that's like kind of like halfway there. But I'm really excited nonetheless. Let's continue to read. Those with an active Nintendo Switch Online membership can even play select games on the retro system. Okay, so that's how they're getting around that. I was wondering how exactly are they going to get around that, because they have the Nintendo Switch Online service with the classic games. How are they getting around people actually being able to play them without a Nintendo Switch Online service? It seems that you're going to need that service to even access these games. Personally, I wish they would just do it for free, but at that point, you might as well add the Virtual Console on the Nintendo Switch Online service as well, right? There's also a LEGO collaboration which features clothing and furniture in the classic brick style. Finally, tapping relevant amiibos will unlock 2 series-specific crossovers for Zelda and Splatoon. These add special outfits, new villagers, Tylene, Minoru, Cece, and I'm gonna butcher this. I butchered the past names too, but here we go. Vishay. Actually, I think that's the only name I got correct out of those 4. But anyways, and items. And now let's get to the question. Is this even a free update? Well, kinda, yes and no. So it's gonna cost you $5 when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2 version, so the 4K resolution, and then all the other stuff like the new game modes, the clothing, the megaphone, that kind of thing, that part's gonna be free. Now, whether or not there's gonna be a full box experience for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of this game, they say that's gonna be available at retailers on January 15th. So if you just want everything in one card, that's also going to be available starting then. Now, as for me, I unfortunately had to sell Animal Crossing New Horizon to pay for, I think it was Tears of the Kingdom, which in my opinion is worth it, but I definitely do want to rebuy this. I've been meaning to rebuy it anyways, and this is the perfect time to rebuy it, so I will probably get that maybe around Christmas. And I think what I'll probably do is just get a used Nintendo Switch 1 version, maybe if there's like a Black Friday sale. Black Friday is coming up eventually, very, very soon, so that's also going to be really great. I'm sure we'll probably see some kind of sale for that. If there is, I definitely will tell you guys, so make sure you guys are subscribed. But like, if you get Animal Crossing New Horizon for like $40 and then you get that for $5, I think that would be a great deal, or maybe even cheaper. I guess we'll have to shop around, and I'll definitely give you guys a couple options when those do drop.